And welcome everybody to What the Fuck is SRE, a virtual conference by SREs for SREs. Now, let me welcome Reinhardt. Hello, Reinhardt. How are you today?
I'm doing great, Jeremy. Good to see you again.
Now, oh my goodness, where I am, it's 11 o'clock in the morning. What time is it where you are?
3 in the morning. No, sun's not quite up. Hence my background for you.
It's 3 o'clock in the morning. What a trooper you are, Reinhardt. So Reinhardt is opening the conference with me today. Reinhardt, you are, of course, from Cisco and Container Solutions, and Cisco have been doing a lot of work for a lot of many years at this point in the community with events like this. What is it about today that you're excited about, or what is it about SRE that everybody needs to know?
Yeah, SRE is, I look at it as the natural evolution of DevOps here. For many years, we've been talking about, bringing the application developers and operators together and coming like minds with SRE or site reliability engineering. We're in many ways removing that conversation from local optimizations to larger systems thinking. And so understanding and optimizing these modern applications across the entire systems, from security practices to observability to culture. And so I'm excited to look at the lineup today and cover a lot of those things that we live every day.
And of course, so now we've got our own conference. I think that's an amazing achievement, actually, that we've managed to pull this off in such a short amount of time. 3,500 participants the last time we checked. I don't know any online event that has got 3,500 participants.
That's astounding in the first go round.
Now, before the fun and games begin, we do have some housekeeping to attend to, so we're going to attend to that right now. So let's start off with our code of conduct. My colleagues will share the full code of conduct in the link in the Brella application, but including how to raise code of conduct violations. If anybody needs to use this for their own conferences at a later time, please feel free to take the code of conduct, do what you want with it. Mainly, be kind to each other, but if you've got any doubts whatsoever, reach out to myself, one of the conference organizers, and I promise you we will help you, and we will take all code of conduct violations or questions or queries extremely seriously. Second of all, what to expect today? Well, there are 3 tracks. Security and DevSecOps is track number 1. The second track, and actually, Reinhardt, I can't remember which one I'm hosting. But I am hosting one track for the first 6 hours. The second track is around observability, which is, of course, a core element of SRE. And the third track is multi-cloud. Now, Reinhardt, have you managed to pick out a couple of your favorite talks today or things that we should watch out for?
Yeah, absolutely. We in aviation, we love to learn from the experience of others. We pore over accident reports to understand what happened and try to not repeat those mistakes. And so I'm especially looking forward to some of Tammy Brian Boutros' S3 for Kates and Timothy Mamo's Your Infrastructure Needs to Die. I think those are things I'm particularly looking forward to. And of course, the large number of Cisco presenters as well, and checking in with them.
Very cool, very cool. And of course, the conference runs from 12 o'clock Central European time or 11 o'clock in the morning here in London for the next 10 hours. So if people need to go take a break and come back, they're more than welcome to do that. I'm sure that's going to happen. Obviously, our friends in the United States and Canada and in the Eastern time zone, they will be joining us later in the day. And just for the participants who are here right now, the hosts are going to change. So the hosts need a break as well. So I will take the first shift with my friend and colleague, Carrie, but we will be rotating throughout the day so people don't become too exhausted. Check out the schedule either in the Brother application or on the website. Now, of course, that brings us neatly up to our fun activities, because it's not all going to be about work. There will be an SRE quiz. There will be a DJ set. Now, I know that sounds weird, but we've done this before online, and we actually managed to get a bit of a party atmosphere going. So watch out for that. And there's going to be some yoga. How is your posture, Reinhardt?
Not very good at the moment. Here we go. I'm better.
Not very good. I work in tech, so it's not very good.
I need to be mindful, and here we go. Yeah.
Bit of mindfulness at 3 o'clock in the morning. We're probably mindful that it's the middle of the night. Now, okay, so there's going to be some sitting down yoga or some stretching yoga coming up throughout the rest of the day. Now, we have to thank our sponsors. This is very important. We had an overwhelming response, both from participants and from sponsors for today's conference. Thank you to every one of you. We are going to go through what is the name of our? I do know the name. We're going to go through our pro sponsors individually now, but I promise all the sponsors, including the rookie sponsors and the community sponsors, you will get mentioned repeatedly throughout the day. Reinhardt, over to you for the first 5 sponsors.
Yeah, I think many of these names we're familiar with and love and use in our worlds. We've got Instana, PagerDuty, NS1, Styra, and StackPulse.
Thank you very much. And of course, Epsagon, Teleport, Blameless, who of course ran an amazing conference over in the United States recently, Catchpoint, and our friends from HashiCorp. Dominique Top will be presenting later, so watch out for her from HashiCorp. So just a tiny round of applause. Yay! For all of the sponsors, thank you for your generosity. Thank you for dragging as many people in as you have done. And without you, these events just don't continue or don't happen. Of course, thank you to Cisco. Cisco, of course, have been a driving force behind this. So thank you, Reinhardt.
We're glad to participate.
And thank you to Container Solutions. We had a little bit to do with this, but nevertheless, to all the sponsors, it's been a difficult 12 or 14 months with the pandemic, and these online events have given us a connection back to each other. So we're very grateful to the sponsors, the participants, and all of our wonderful speakers who we're going to be speaking today. Speaking of wonderful speakers, Reinhardt, are you getting prepared for this keynote from Liz Rice?
Oh, I'm excited, yes.
Yeah, I think everybody's excited. I don't know if I'm excited because then our work is over for the time being and we get to listen, or because it's wonderful to have Liz opening this keynote with an outstanding talk about EBF. So, on that note, the announcements and housekeeping are over, and that's it. We're going to roll a short video, and then you can say goodbye to Reinhardt. Goodbye, Reinhardt. We'll see you later. You can say goodbye to me temporarily, and when I return, I will be with Carrie. Okay, AV guys, you've got this.